Looking down the runway for the triple jump, the first round, Ralph Yaros of Germany looks down the runway of the triple jump. The first field event final of the day. Ralph Yaros, who's made a great impression this year. He smashed the German record when he won the European Cup with 17 meters 66 in front of an adoring home crowd in Frankfurt. Oh, that's not a bad start for this competition, but short of 17 meters. So Yaros, the very early lead at 16 meters 76. And those exciting new colours of Sweden. This is Tord Henriksen in the first round of the triple jump. Set Swedish records both indoors at 17.26 and outdoors at 17.15 this year. And his experience with this runway because he won the Japanese title here with 17.14 back in June. And a good three-phase approach. That looks to be over 17 meters, and that'll take the early lead. So the young Swede confirming his promise there with an outstanding start to the competition. Must be getting close, in fact, to his Swedish record at 17 meters 15. Each bit of it, and shoots through, and a good leg shoot there. Falls back, doesn't lose much. Grim expression there, the hop, the step, and the final jump. So Henriksen delighted, 17 meters 12. Lovely support from the crowd here for Yamashita in the triple jump. They were delighted yesterday when he qualified for the final with a jump of 16 meters 88, and he has been over 17 meters before in his career. Good Japanese tradition in triple jumping. They won a whole series of Olympic medals before the war, and Yamashita has started well. Except for the fact that he was very narrowly into the plasticine on a no jump. Now this man is a very big favourite in Japan. It's the American champion Kenny Harrison, but he's done most of his competing for the last couple of years in Japan. So he's familiar with the atmosphere here, he's familiar with the track. The world's second best of all time at 17 meters 93 last year, very fast, and is a huge jump, a very long jump indeed. That may well threaten the world lead this year. Ralph Yaros' jump of 17 meters 66. Kenny Harrison hasn't been competing much. He's undefeated, but he's been reserving himself for the big occasion. The big occasion here in Tokyo, and he certainly responded to it and has laid down a challenge to all the rest of the field. Magnificent speed down the runway. He hit the board perfectly. Plenty of spring there. Out he shoots. Very good technique. Just waiting for the distance. Oh, it's a no jump. Well, I missed that when he took off. Tremendous jumping. I think he'd probably been interested to see. Oh, that is tough. That is tough. That's why I missed it. It was fractionally over. I wonder if, in fact, any of his spikes did go into the plasticine. I rather doubt it. So following a huge jump by Kenny Harrison, which was, well, by a narrow millimetre or two, ruled a no jump. Here's Brian Wellman of Bermuda, and he too is threatening the lead, currently at 17 meters 12 to Tord Henriksen of Sweden. Brian Wellman, college in the United States, won the American Collegiate Championships, and also representing Bermuda, he won the World Student Games title. Brian Wellman into second place at 16 meters 98. Oleg Denishuk gets the crowd supporting him. A total newcomer this year. He's come from almost nowhere. A great tradition of Soviet triple jumping, and he's built in the traditions of the best of them. Long and rangy. Came through to take second place in the Soviet Championships, but that what he did then was a metre further than he's been able to produce here. He's gaining experience.
Round 2, heat 2. The scoreboard now shows the list of competitors.
The great Mike Conley. First round of the triple jump. He's the last one to go. Plenty of experience. 4th place in the World Championships in 1983, when he also won a bronze in the long jump. A silver medal in 1987. Silver medal in the Olympic Games. 2 world indoor titles. World Cup winner. But this year he's been a little bit below his best, which has taken him to 17 meters 87. The lead at 17.22 to Vasily Sokov of the Soviet Union. Conley makes a complete mess of that one. So first round of the triple jump. The lead is held at 17.12 by Tord Henriksen of Sweden, but here goes Vasily Sokov of the Soviet Union. Oh, that's a mighty effort to Sokov, who's only been triple jumping a couple of years. He was a long jumper who converted to this event with immediate success back in 1989. 3rd in this year's Soviet Championships with his best ever of 17 meters 22, and I think this will take the lead, although it's nowhere near as far as the no jump for Henriksen, a no jump by a mere millimeter or 2, which must have been somewhere around 1770, 1780. But this one by Sokov, yes indeed, it's going to take the lead. The distance has just come through. It's 17 meters 22 as Sokov gives it his all and almost screams as he lands in the pit there. First round lead in the triple. Leonid Velocion, the European gold medalist from Split, had a no jump in the first round of the triple jump. Here he is in the second. Oh yes, that takes the lead. Lovely hitch kick there on the final phase to Velocion, the world indoor silver medalist this year. Personal best, which he set last year, of 17 meters 74 in his first year of triple jumping and major events. Converted from a long jumper, he's over 8.40 in the long jump, now turned to triple jump. One of the few who can get that extra kick in on the final phase there. In the first round, his teammate Vasily Sokov led with 17.22 from Henriksen of Sweden, 17.12. Big no jump by Henriksen of the USA. But Velocion it is, 17.59. Second round of the triple jump. Here's Henriksen. He had a huge jump in the first round, but it was ruled a no jump by a millimeter or 2. Unbeaten this year. Oh, that's tremendous. That certainly takes the lead. Leonid Velocion of the Soviet Union, 17.59 in the lead. Well, Henriksen has done most of his competing in the last couple of years in Japan. He's getting great support from the crowd, and that I think will be the best jump we've seen in the world this year. Ralph Yaros of Germany, 17 meters 66 was the best. Waiting for the distance here, it was certainly a long way, surely beyond 17.50 by some margin. The 26-year-old American, graduate of Kansas State University, but now jumping mostly in Japan. He's not competed much this year, won all 7 competitions, and he does a beautiful little somersault there, 17 meters 78, the best in the world to take the lead. Second round, the triple jump. Oleg Denishuk of the Soviet Union, disappointing first round jump and an even more disappointing second round jump. Triple jump, then Vasily Sokov led the first round with 17.22, now back in 3rd place after some mighty jumping by Henriksen and by Velocion. That could improve Sokov's best performance, but he'll still only be 2nd. It was 17.22 in the first round for the man from Dushanbe in Kazakhstan. Be interesting to know if Kazakhstan will be competing as a separate republic maybe in a year or 2 if the Soviet Union splits up. Well, pretty much hitting the board. He's got just the odd millimeter or 2 to spare on that. So the position, Henriksen leads 17.78, Velocion second 17.59, and Sokov in 3rd now with 17.28. This triple jump is really building up into a fine competition. Here's Leonid Velocin, the European champion, about to start the third round rather. Leonid Velocin in the 3rd round of the triple jump. The competition really building up now. 17.59 in the 2nd round, and that took the lead. It's another long jump. It's a white flag raised too. Well, since Velocin took the lead before, Henriksen took it over with 17.78, and Mike Conley, also of America, came past Velocion with 17.62. So it's really all happening here. Second round saw the lead change a couple of times, but Velocion determined to get it back, and this is certainly a mighty effort. Personal best of 17 meters 74, season's best of 17:59. Well, that was very, very close. Kenny Harrison went over by exactly the same margin in the first round, and it was ruled a no jump. But Velocion gets away with it, as he deserves to, I think, and 17 meters 75, a new personal best. And he moves into second place, 3 centimeters behind that man, Kenny Harrison. Let's look again at Leonid Velocion. Last year was his first season proper in the triple jump, having been an 8 meters 40 long jumper before. The official goes and looks very, very closely. He sees no spike marks in the plasticine, and therefore the white flag went up. Final jump of the second round of the triple jump. Mike Conley, he had a no jump in the first round. He's been below form this year, seasonal best of only 17 meters 03. And he's seen Kenny Harrison do 17:78. Oh, well, that's a nut better. Season's best of 17:03, I said. That's a long way further than that. Mike Conley, such a distinguished reputation in this event. 2 previous World Championships. He was 4th in 1983, 2nd in 1987, 2nd in the Olympic Games as well. A whole host of major medals, a couple of world indoor titles as well. A redoubtable competitor, as he shows here. Well, Harrison leads at 17:78, Velocion in second place at 17:59. And has Conley done enough to go past Velocion into the silver medal spot? Yes, he has, 17:62. Third round of the triple jump. Here's Kenny Harrison, led with a mighty 17:78 in the second round. And another jump beyond 17 meters, but not quite as far. Now we're coming to the halfway stage in the triple jump. The very last jump of the third round from Mike Conley. Personal best of 17 meters 87. And he's getting close to that sort of form. He's lying third now with 17 meters 62. Harrison 17:78, Velocion 17:75 are the leaders. Good jump by Conley again. Conley, who's often shown that he can come from behind. Indeed, he's won a whole series of major competitions with big jumps in the very last round. So he may yet have more to prove, because that time it was a no jump. You see fairly clearly then. Leonid Velocion starting right at the end of the triple jump runway. It's the fourth round, with that personal best of 17 meters 75 in the third round. The European champion is now just 3 centimeters down on the lead, held by the American Kenny Harrison. Rangy runner, typical Soviet athlete here in the triple jump. They've made a speciality of that. It's another good one. I don't doubt if it's quite as far, but he's putting together quite a series after a no jump in the first round. 17:59 took the lead in the second round. 17:75 an improvement, but in second place in the third. And out he goes again to well beyond the 17-meter line. Well, when the announcer said next on the triple jump runway it's Kenny Harrison, there was a buzz around the stadium. The reason is he's one of the greatest favourites of all athletes here in Japan, because he's done so much of his competing in this country, so they love him. And he's a very great triple jumper too, the world #1 last year, and he's leading at the moment going into the fourth round, and this is another huge one. He started this competition with a massive no jump, and he was exceptionally unlucky for it to be ruled a no jump. In fact, just looked like the edge of his toe pointed out slightly. Then he did 17:78 in the second round. He shakes his head, he thinks it's probably a little bit below that, he thinks there's something to add. Wasn't quite happy with everything about that. Let's see just what the distance is. It's something which everyone else could certainly be proud of. I've no doubt about that whatsoever. It's 17:78, the best jump in the world this year. And it's 17:59. Yes, please, help me all you can, says Mike Conley. Last jump of the fifth round. He's had 3 no jumps to go with his big second round performance of 17 meters 62. And at the moment, that's in the bronze medal slot. He hasn't won a bronze medal in the World Championships before, nor has he won a gold. He was second in 1987. He was 4th in 1983. He'd dearly love to get a gold medal. He's been below form this year, Today he's on form. So often he's come from behind in major triple jump competitions, so often with the last jump. Indeed, he will be the last jumper when it comes to the next round, saying a silent prayer. Total concentration on the face of Mike Conley as he prepares to take his last jump in the 5th round of the triple jump. Lying third at 17 meters 62. He stays there. Or does he? No, it looks good. He's looking out. Is it a red flag or is it a white? The official is looking very closely at the plasticine. It could be a long way for Mike Conley, second place at 17.62, but he shakes his head. And that's why he shakes his head. Oh, desperately unlucky there. Only, well, a centimetre over the board. A rueful grimace on his face, and he's got one jump to go. Last round of the triple jump, and the last chance, therefore, for Leonid Velocion to improve the 3 centimetres he needs to match Kenny Harrison, who's 17.78 in the second round, is still leading. The best 2 jumps in the world this year, Harrison and Velocion in this competition. Velocion 17.75 in the third. Oh, he's lost it, so Velocion will have to settle for nothing better than a silver medal. Thank you, and thank you from Kenny Harrison too. Great sportsmanship there. Plenty of support here in the stadium for Kenny Harrison, who leads the triple jump. They're halfway through the last round now. His 17.78 in the second round has not been surpassed. His target, he wants one day to get close to the world record set by Willie Banks at 17.97. I don't think that's as good. It's yet another jump in the 17.50 region, and he's given a great display of jumping here to the adoring Japanese public. Adoring because he competes so much here in the big meetings in Japan. Thank you very much. The gold medal is probably his, unless Mike Conley of the USA can pull something out on his last jump. Harrison with 17.78, the best jump of 1991, at least so far. There's his fine series, 2 no jumps and every other one in the high to middling 17s. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Vasily Sokov of the Soviet Union is in 3rd place in the triple jump. He started with 17.22. That was the best jump, in fact, of the first round. Then he improved to 17.28. But since then, he's been surpassed. Conley of the USA, Harrison of the USA, Velocion of the Soviet Union. So Sokov is in 4th. And that's where he will end up. All eyes of this crowd are on Mike Conley as he stays at the end of the triple jump runway. Well, so often in major events in recent years, Mike Conley has done the seemingly impossible by coming from behind with the very last jump. Well, the draw has been favourable to him. He is the last jumper of the competition. This is it. The final jump of the 6th round. And Mike Conley lies 3rd at 17 meters 62. Ahead of him, Kenny Harrison, his American teammate, at 17.78. Leonid Velocion of the Soviet Union, 17.75. Mike Conley has been seemingly out of form this year. Perhaps he's just been preparing for this big test. He was 4th in the World Championships in '83, 2nd in '87, so he'd love the gold medal. Can he do it? It's a big one. It's not big enough, however. He can only shake his head, and it may be that he fits in between those 2nd and 4th placings that he's had in the past to take the bronze medal on this occasion at 17 meters 62. Great jumping on the day, but not quite great enough.
I think your lip read that, Peter. Damn.
Yeah, I knew what he had to do. Just fell back with his arm there, didn't he, a little bit at the end. He got a bit to spare on the board, so there are obviously things he can look back on and say, if only. Well, if only, but there's Kenny Harrison behind him, and in a moment, there's the distance for Mike Conley. It's only a centimetre short of his best at 17.61. Gold medal to him, the bronze medal to him, and the gold here in the forefront to Kenny Harrison. So there's the final result of the triple jump. The gold medal to Kenny Harrison of the USA, 17.78. The silver to Leonid Velocin of the Soviet Union with his personal best